Hello everyone, this is Dave from Dave's Recent Things. First off, I have to say, pardon all the mess all around me here. I am knee deep in filming Wreathmas week, so stay tuned for that. But for today, we're going to do a red velvet bow. A nice, simple, easy bow for the Christmas season. Why don't I just get started and I'll show you what I made. I am using 2.5-inch wired ribbon. This comes from Costco. It's a red velvet ribbon that I'm using. Now you can use any 2.5-inch wire ribbon that you want. Also, I'm going to be using a full-length coordinating color pipe cleaner along with my regular crafting utensils to create this bow today. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do all of my cuts of my ribbon. The first cut I'm going to do is at the 28-inch mark. I'm going to do 26 inches as well and cut that. Now here are the total cut lengths. So again, I'm using 2.5-inch wired ribbon. I'm cutting one piece at 28 inches, two pieces at 26 inches, two pieces at 24 inches, one piece at 6 inches, and for the tails, one piece at 36 inches. And it's a total of 170 inches, which is roughly 15 feet or 5 yards. Now I rounded up for that, but here are all of my cuts already done. And what I'm going to do, one side of mine is a good side and one side's a bad side. So I'm going to make sure that my good side is always facing out. And then I'm just going to loop this together and use my hot glue gun here and fold it over, creating a little bit of a loop. I'm just going to press that together and be careful, hot glue is always hot. But I'm going to continue doing that for all of the pieces that I cut. So I'm just adding a little hot glue, folding it over into itself to create these little discs. And then I'm just going to place them in order from longest to shortest, and I'm going to start making my bow. So where that little seam is, I'm going to make sure that's facing down and in the middle. I just fold over to make sure I've got my middle there, and this is our first piece for our bow. Then I'm going to do the exact same thing for our 26-inch lengths. I'm going to fold it over, find that center, and then I'm just going to angle a little bit from that first piece that I laid down. Now that first piece is that 28-inch piece as well, and then I'm adding my two 26 inches. Again, just finding my center, laying it down in a crisscross pattern to that larger piece that we placed right at the beginning. Of course, I'm just going to lay it out and move it around a little bit just to make sure it's how I want it. Then we're going to move on to the 24-inch pieces, do the exact same thing, find that middle, and then I'm going to lay that kind of on an angle for creating our little bow. And then our other 24-inch piece I'm going to do on an angle as well. And you can kind of see how it's coming together already. Now for that final 6 little inch piece, I'm going to place that right in the center. And then I'm just going to grab my pipe cleaner and feed it right through that little 6-inch piece that we created. Once the pipe cleaner is all fed through and I'm happy with the positioning of it, I'm just going to flip it over, and then I'm just going to squish it right in the center a little bit, gathering that ribbon right in the middle, holding it nice and tight, and then I'm going to twist it a couple of times with that pipe cleaner. Now we're not going to cut that pipe cleaner, we're just going to put that off to the side, and now we're going to create tails for that 36-inch length. All we do is line up the ends, take our scissors, cut on an angle, and that creates our little dovetail. It's like a little finishing touch to our tails. And I'm going to do that on both sides. So I'm going to line up the edges, cut on an angle. That creates that little dovetail, and we have our tail already. I'm going to make sure that the good side is facing up, find my center again, gather it together in the middle, fold it over to create a little V shape, and then I'm going to place it in between those two pipe cleaner stems, and then just twist that a couple of times, making sure it's nice and secure. So again, we're not cutting those pipe cleaners. You can use those stems to wrap it around whatever you need to, whether it's a wreath, whether it's your doorknob, maybe even hang it on a lamp, but we're not going to cut those lengths just yet, because first thing I'm going to do is, guess what? I'm going to fluff up that bow. We all love fluffing, and I know there's a lot of fluffers out there. I am one of them. But here is our beautiful red velvet bow, all ready for our Christmas decor. I love red velvet for Christmas. What is your favorite colors for Christmas, or your favorite ribbons for Christmas? To me, red velvet just screams Christmas, and those long, long tails, just a gorgeous bow for the Christmas season. Thank you so much for joining me today while I created this red velvet Christmas bow. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new project. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.